What's up out there, college football addicts? This is going to be a really short and to the point video, so let's just get started. Our main story today is about the most important news which came from FSU's filing against the ACC. That's the smoking gun, which most of the national media covered in a passing sentence or two, but a lot of ACC fans glossed right over it and missed this. Especially fans of different ACC teams. I've been hearing from a lot of people out there around the ACC country, a lot of Tar Heels, Vodtech fans, NC State fans, Pittsburgh fans, and more. And most of the ones that I chat with are absolutely shocked when I explain this to them. So I wanted to do a quick standalone video on this to make sure that we're all on the same page. If you learn something from this, do me a favor. You don't have to like, you don't have to comment, you don't have to subscribe. You can do any of that, but hit the share button on this. Share this in your Discord. Share this in your message board. Share this on social media. Let's get the word out. If you're an ACC fan or just a fan of the Big Ten or SEC and you want to see more good teams get added to your league, hit the share button and let's get this message out there. Also, I am going to be dropping a longer conference realignment video in the very near future with more details on what's going on. Just as an update, a timeline of FSU's departure from the ACC. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure that you're part of the channel and you're putting those notifications on. So first off, I'm no legal expert on this at all. I'm not an attorney. This is not legal advice. I think we all agree that the ACC's conference grant of rights contract, as it is written, states that it runs through 2036. Now, whether it's enforceable until then is the bigger picture. That's the story here. Also, I think that we can agree that the grant of rights specifically ties ACC teams to the ESPN media deal and only the ESPN media deal. No other media deals are mentioned within that contract. Now, recently, during FSU's Board of Trustees meeting, Florida State's lead attorney revealed that the underlying ESPN media deal that underpins the grant of rights doesn't actually run until 2036. So when does the media deal run to? Only through 2026. Then ESPN has a unilateral right to decide whether to extend it or not. Think about it as a kind of like a player option on a contract with the NFL or NBA. So I know that this can be confusing, so I'm going to repeat that for you one more time. The ACC grant of rights runs through 2036 and serves in support of an ESPN media deal, which as of now only runs through 2026, a deal which ESPN has the option to extend until 2036 or cancel altogether. But don't take my word for it. Here is FSU's externally hired lead attorney.
Importantly, that right to extend the contract from 2027 to 2036 is unilateral for ESPN. In other words, we're locked down. We have no, as a conference, ability to go out and negotiate any better deal with anyone else until we find out if the ESPN is going to exercise that 9-year option. And so we have actually no guaranteed payments during that period.
Now, I'm going to read you that transcript. Importantly, the right to extend the contract from 2027 to 2036 is unilaterally for ESPN. In other words, we're locked down as a conference. We have no ability to go out and negotiate any better deal with anyone else until we find out if ESPN is going to exercise that 9-year option. So we have actually no guarantee of payments during that period. Now, I don't know about you guys listening, but the whole idea of having a contract which binds you on an extra 9 years, which may or not be executed, is pure craziness. And honestly, it's why every ACC team should be panicking right now. Every fan base in the ACC should be concerned here because there's no guarantee that ESPN is going to renew. And especially no guarantee ESPN is going to renew at existing rates. And if they don't, the ACC dies. ESPN has 100% of the leverage here. What will happen with Florida State's case? What will happen with their board of trustees suing the conference? What will happen with ESPN's suit back to them? What will happen with UNC's recent conversations around revenue that their board of trustees just had. We're going to continue to cover all of that here on College Football Addiction. Our channel will be focused on all college football stories, but while this conference realignment stuff is kicking back up and heating up in the offseason, we will spend a lot of time on that. Make sure that you're part of the channel if that's something you want more of. But again, most importantly, if you're a fan of an ACC team, hit that share button for me. I appreciate you guys for tuning in to College Football Addiction.